She was in the parade.
We're live. Hey, we're ready.
Oh. Let's stand together. We'll have prayer and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Father, again, thank you so much for just providing for us, being there with us, guiding us and directing us. Thank you again for all your blessings. And tonight, Lord God, as we deal with some of the issues here in Stanton that will make our city better, we just ask you to give us wisdom, insight, understanding, and discernment. And we'll thank and praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and welcome each and every one of you here. This is a call to order our City of Stanton regular meeting at Stanton City Hall, January 8, 2026 at 6 o'clock. Our first order of business is to approve our December 4, 2025 special meeting minutes. Do I have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
All right, second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Next one is to approve our December 11, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion for that? Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, any opposed? All right, motion carried. All right. Next is public comments, and again, what we would like for you to do is just come to the wonderful, great podium that we have there. And stand up and just kind of give us your name, address, and kind of what you'd like to talk about. So we'll take public comments at this time.
I'll wait till the end, please.
Okay, yeah, we got them at the end too.
Thank you.
And you're welcome to slide that over.
I appreciate that, because
Yeah,
that's
just
the
don't put it
stupidest
from a-
thing, and the
don't put it-
council is the only
maybe-
one that asks for this thing to be out here.
Who?
It's
The
purpose-
council and the mayor are the only ones that ask for that to be
Well-
out there.
Well,
All the
that's
other-
because
all
we
the
paid
others-
$1,242.30.
Yeah, that's very standard. That's standard. But you can't move it during the meeting. It needs to come back during public comments.
Keep people from passing out while they're standing up there. So,
Yeah, I've been in front of those for 40 years. Behind them, I mean. Okay. All right, any other? Okay, let's go on to Mayor's report. And you're going to see it on the screen, actually. This is kind of a summary of all the things that have been accomplished, or a lot of things, not everything. But I thought it would be good. And one of the things that stands out, you'll look at the new businesses. We have 14 new businesses, small businesses, that have come to town here in 2025, and that's a good thing. And we'll have at least one very large one coming in 2026. But you can see that. Can you go on up with that
Yeah.
or no? Okay. We've demoed some houses. We've also identified others. We completed some sidewalk repairs. We purchased a new backhoe for the water department. We purchased property at 84 and 100 Maple Street. Two things at City Park were the dog park and the pickleball courts, and both have been very popular out there, and we appreciate all the work in that. We annexed the new Stanton Elementary School into the city, annexed the new Prep Academy into the city. Hopefully you have gotten out to the new school. It is just fabulous, and it is wonderful that we were able to get those two new things. We resurfaced at least 4 city streets, and we're looking to do a few more here this year, so that's going to be exciting. State Hall's lane right-of-way was completed, and also a speed study of Highway 1115 was completed. And we responded to a multitude of concerns about a variety of issues from residents. And then if you'll look at the end, which will come up, you'll see all the things that are in progress, and several of those hopefully will be accomplished here in 2026. So a lot of things that have been done, and yet there are lots of things that we want to accomplish. So it's not just me that I'm not pointing this just to me, but it's to the city council, to all of us, the team that we have, our staff, our law enforcement, our water department, our guys out there at the city park. So we operate as a team, and so I'm listing these not just for me, but for all of us to understand that we've worked together hard in getting some of these things accomplished. and lots more that we'll hopefully get accomplished in 2026. All right? Okay. Just mention also, we are advertising to hire a city maintenance worker. And so we had one of our maintenance workers, I think it was last Friday, wasn't it, that had resigned. And so we're in the process of advertising. It goes through, what, January 22nd? We've already got quite a interest in the position. And so hopefully we'll be able to find somebody as we go along. Also, the inspections on the tank, Bowen and Pendleton and Paint Creek were all done today. And I don't have the report, so I can't really, give you anything as to what came of that. But, when we get that, we'll pass that on to you. Okay, let's go to number 6, discussion of 86 Maple Street rental options. So I think there's been some discussion with regard to this from the Parks and Rec, so and Billy and Tommy will, and Mark will share that with us. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it started with some community members approached, they kind of started on social media, and they reached out and contacted me, and there were some good ideas, kind of thinking about it, but one of the proposals is, we've failed to put a business in there. Well, we haven't really failed, there's been no interest to put a business in there. One of the things that was brought up was a community center for event rental space, which we do currently lack, for birthday parties, baby showers, et cetera, and we think it could work. Now, some of the challenges behind that would be maintaining it as far as who's going to do the scheduling, who's going to keep up with it, and all that stuff. And we were kind of talking, and we kind of discussed it in a little bit early talks with the Park and Rec Board last night to see what they thought about it. And they already rent out, and they used to do this down at the city park, but they've expanded their concessions areas so much that there's really no space in there for them to do it. So I think that we've all kind of talked about it, that it's potentially a good idea to at least start exploring it. I don't think it's something we can snap our fingers. There's going to need to be policies and agreements and all that stuff. But I think that the feasibility of studying of turning that into an event space and allowing our Parks and Rec board and employees to manage it. And some of the things that was noted last night is, the Parks and Recs, they have part-time employees. So you could actually have a pretty good service over there, and that would give them some extra, they're looking for work for them to do during the slow times to maintain their part-time employees and stuff. So you could have staffed events over there. We could work out the cost of, obviously, like anywhere else, you would pay to rent it for a day or a time period, and then our staff would clean it up and maybe even serve food or whatever, since the park already has the capabilities. So it's something worth exploring if there's some type of consensus. I think we're happy to work with the park board and start getting some things lined out with some agreements and stuff going forward. And that's assuming that everybody kind of leans into that being a good idea or whatever. It's very early. I don't have much more details other than it's an idea.
What about, we've been looking at renting the one little apartment there. Is that still on the table, or would this kind of supersede that?
Well, and I think it's still, reasonable to rent the apartment. I think that it's obviously, and I hate that we have to explain this, I've seen some of the discourse on there, and I'll kind of just speak up on behalf of the council that we're not buying, I saw on social media, we're not buying homes and trying to rent them. This is circumstantial that we purchased a piece of property and it just happened to come with it, and we're making use of it. It's already a home, but we're not going to buy homes all over town and start renting them out to people. I've seen that at least getting kind of stirred up publicly, and I want to address that. I've never once heard any of my colleagues in any type of conversation, anybody think that we should go buy homes and rent them out to people as a city. And I think there's some skepticism of renting this one, but we already have it. The land was bought for the maintenance building, which is almost built. We would like to have had a business go in there, but we have advertised, and I think, the ultimate goal is to generate a little bit of revenue to help offset the maintenance costs. And I think that, some of the revenue had to be shared with the park with their expenses, but I still think that, the ability to have a good community space where people can rent it and have events and family gatherings and stuff would be think we could still rent
You,
the,
you guys are in on the conversation too, you kind of agree on that?
Yeah, it's something that the park board has talked about for years.
Really?
You know, as we expanded the concession stand, we had to really have an area to sit. Because, you know, they've talked about after-school programs with, working with the library, working with the
Okay.
school.
Because they used to have that over
We
there.
used to have all that, but we just don't have there at the park. You know, the
Mhm.
park is just, concession stands outgrew the building and.
Yeah.
but they have infrastructure, they have the scheduling, they have it down, they have a way to take payments, they have employees, they have food handlers,
They
have
got all the heavy
equipment.
lifting out of the way.
Yes.
You know, and it's,
Win-win.
and they need a meeting place called home base would be really nice too. Kinda talk
Well, most,
about
yeah, your park,
Jason?
an adder.
I like the idea. I think it sounds wonderful. Like you said, you know, we currently don't have a space in the city where you can, you know, rent for bridal showers or wedding showers or
Anniversary.
baby showers, anniversaries, whatever,
Yeah.
birthday parties. So, you know, I think it's definitely something to look into and sounds like it would fit really well with Parks and Rec and everything. So, yeah.
So who would
I like
kind of,
the idea.
who would kind of develop the policy, whether it be a policy or procedure that they work through, or is that already in place?
No, I think we would start that. I think to the point of today was to gather interest to see if it's
Okay.
worthwhile, and then we start working together. I think we can work together with the park board, and we can start developing policies and work with the city on it,
Larry?
as well, but.
I totally agree. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of thought put into this, so it should be a good thing.
Right, I'll be the squeaky wheel. I don't know about parking, if you've got people,
Yeah, that's.
you know, there's
Yeah, no,
very
that's-
little parking there. I don't know about liability and stuff, you know, on that. Personally, I think it'd be great just to sell it and be rid of it,
Yeah.
if we could sell it.
They kind of informed me of something wasn't aware of.
I don't
No?
think, I don't think we should sell it because it was given to the city at a special kind of price to be able to be used for the community.
Yeah.
So I think selling it's a bad idea.
Anything else?
Yeah, see, ask a question, please.
Yes.
Usually when you rent a facility for bridal showers or any of those kind of things, there is a working kitchen. Would a working kitchen be accessible to people to rent it?
Would be ideal. That's some of the stuff that we would explore. I think it needs to be explored. I think there needs to be several heads put together and go forward with a feasibility study and make sure that it's doable. It's not something that I don't think we can vote on tonight, turn it into an event space tomorrow.
Just throw
But
it out.
potentially, yes, that's been talked about. And parking, DC, there is, I do have some concerns about parking.
Yeah.
There may need to be some.
And there is
We've got this area back here.
Yes.
There's already a kitchen in there. It just needs its
Right, that's what I'm saying.
appliances and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
One other thing, as a tax-paying member of Stanton, anything as far as renting that property that's already there, I think we should, because that will help offset the expenses that property is getting us, because right now, all expenses are going out, nothing's coming in. I think that would be a wise decision
Yep.
to do that.
And it's already there, it's already a home, and it can be separated from the event space. I think I'm okay. It's common in cities for, apartments to be above,
Yes.
buildings and businesses. It's not something new, and I think it's doable, and I think we should continue to work on that despite some of the noise that's been going on about it. I think that it's circumstantial that we already have it, we rent it, and we continue with our plan to generate the revenue off that to help pay for the building. But I think for the actual business, since we can't get a business in there, I think it's worth trying it. It may not work out, and if it don't, we own the place, we can revisit it in a year or two and try something else if the event space isn't working. But I think it's a pretty, low risk thing to put it in event center.
Yeah, a
there.
lot of communities, towns have those community centers, so,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think
So
it's a great idea.
Yeah,
I mean, even Clay City has their.
It's
Yeah,
right
they-
there.
yeah, it's right there.
They do.
And people
Right
use
with
it,
it.
so. But there's a lot of stuff. I think going forward, we just kind of start looking into it, getting several ideas and several collaborations going, and just getting some stuff, and we can come back and fine tune it as a council.
Are we gonna just start that, or is it Park and Rec?
I think that we, as the
You-
Park and Rec board trustees,
Trustees, okay.
I think we can start working on the park board, and then
Okay.
we can keep you all informed.
Perfect.
And obviously, take
Yeah.
input as
Yeah,
needed, so.
that's good, yeah, if you kind of get some things together for us for our next meeting, and we can go from there. Great, anything else? Okay, next is the, you should have a, kind of a policy, employee uniform policy. It's kind of been worked up, it's kind of a work in progress. And then we do have the cost of, these are uniforms for our maintenance workers. And I'll just go down through this. Any thoughts on the purpose, scope, uniform requirements, grooming and appearance, footwear, uniform care and responsibility, health, safety, and religious accommodations, non-compliance, and policy review? Anything from the council on any of those?
I read over it, it seems pretty standard. There's some implicit stuff in there that kind of implies, I'm assuming that you are gonna be the one that does the exemptions and
Yeah.
enforces and says whether, so that's implied, because the mayor, has that authority.
Right.
I don't know if he's delegating it to department heads or whatever, but, is it exempt? I just read it a few minutes ago, remember, does it exempt the department if they have their own policy? Because the police have their own uniform policy.
I think.
Would
Oh,
make
this
sure
year?
that just out of.
Yeah, this is just for
Maintenance, yeah.
maintenance workers.
Oh, okay, I
That's
missed
kind of
that
how it's
part. I
defined.
thought it was employee-wide.
No,
Okay.
it's a uniform
No, never
policy
mind.
for
So,
city of Stanton
sorry.
maintenance.
Sorry. take
We're
that
just
back.
focused on that, Mark.
It was just a little ambiguous on the working hours, to all employees during working hours. I'm not
Where
sure
you
of the
at?
definition.
What are you
It's
under?
scope number 2.
This policy applies to all employees during working hours, including full-time,
Does that
part-time,
include overtime?
and
Is that
temporary
include call
staff
out?
unless otherwise stated.
Is working hours
They
when
get
you're
called
working?
out real quick and
Or
have,
is it working hours 9 to 5? You know what I'm saying?
Well, working hours are from
Standard.
7 to 4 right now.
So
for
they're shift
full-time.
hours.
But does that also
Shift
apply to
hours.
coming out on
Maybe.
overtime?
Middle of the night.
Call out.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
probably.
Well, that's, I mean,
It was
it's,
a little ambiguous.
that's the
I
reason
didn't
this is
know.
a kind of a working
Okay.
Yeah,
document.
One thing about, if you're at the park, you're on call and there's water, I think we need to be, they're probably just gonna get in their truck
and go, if
and
it's
go.
emergency.
I mean, I think there needs to be some,
Yeah, it's pretty, it's a little bit difficult, I guess, when you
to
get
make
a
them
3
go
o'clock.
home when there's water spraying.
Yeah, when you get a 3 AM morning, I mean,
Right.
they're just gonna jump in and move.
But I
fast as
think
they can.
standard during the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I just wanna make
What,
sure
you
they
wanna make that a
were,
little bit more specific, is that what you're
well, I
saying?
just wanna make sure they were covered under whatever situation they
okay.
were working, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, it's for the.
I think
employee.
mostly it's just for those from 7 to 4.
maybe
right now.
you just
That's-
put standard working hours during standard or normal working hours.
But if you get called out, you can,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I was just trying to
Okay.
protect
Well,
the
like you say,
employees.
if you're on call and, you're uptown and there's something
Right.
major going
We're
on.
not expecting you to
You're
put
not-
full
right.
uniform.
Yeah,
Go
you
home.
gotta.
Yeah, yeah.
Put your
drive
uniform
away
on
to-
and then go.
Yeah,
So something that would just leave a little.
Maybe the word
latitude.
standard, that'd probably be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Common-
yeah, yeah.
common
Standard working
sense.
hours, including full-time, part-time, and temporary staff. unless
Normal or
otherwise-
standard?
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Either.
Doesn't matter, I guess, either one.
Same meeting.
Yeah,
That's all-
They
that's all.
both will, okay.
That's all I noticed on it, I got my
All right.
attention.
Are we thinking of requiring names and?
No,
we're
No,
not?
not names, but it will say city of
City
Stanton.
standard.
yeah, it just
Yeah.
says city of Stanton. Because,
Identify the department.
yeah, it'd be water department, basically. Anything else regarding? So we're just making that kind of one change there, and I think you did that right, so we'll make that.
I'll make a motion to adopt it. Do we adopt it via, do we need a resolution adopting it?
This is the standard, we don't need a resolution, or do we?
Yeah, I think there needs to be, some resolution or something to adopt it, yes.
Okay.
It's a resolution adopting the policy on this day.
But, I mean, I think you can do it by motion.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
that's-
second-
we're
second
just asking,
reading, just,
yeah.
have it followed up by either a motion,
Okay.
motion.
Okay, you wanna make a motion to that?
I'll make a motion.
All right.
to
Second.
approve it.
Second? All right, all in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? All right, let's look at the
that's-
cost.
That's effective. Is there an effective date on it?
No, is it immediate?
Say
It should be immediate.
Yeah. think
Because
it
it's not an ordinance, I don't think it needs
No, no. Yeah, we gotta get the uniforms, we gotta order them.
It's at your discretion.
Yeah.
Once I call the guy, he has to set up an appointment, and he'll bring the uniforms in and let the guy.
Yeah.
Whenever you think everything's
Yeah.
completed.
Okay, yeah, whenever we get everything
Yeah.
the way we want it to, we'll do it. Now, you'll look at the cost, the only thing there is, there's only four actually, but there'll be another maintenance worker there added, eventually. So you can see the cost, is that a year, 2009, 12?
Yes.
But we already had money allotted for uniforms.
Yeah, they get so much.
Yeah.
They get 500 and it's like 582.
582.
Yeah, so it's just a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
So the public knows, the city is going to pay for those uniforms, and will they also do the cleaning and all of that kind of stuff?
Census will take care of everything, and
Yeah.
we allocate so much right
Right.
now to each employee, so we're just gonna add a little bit more to that.
It's just more structured. They were already getting uniform allowance,
Right.
but they had free reign to go buy whatever they wanted, but now it's more structured where there's a service. gonna
Thank
be
you, I
provided.
just want the public that is watching this meeting
And you all want to
understand how it
include the
works.
part-time too, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yep. Says part-time and whatever the statement there.
And you and Ann are
They doesn't have theirs.
They got uniform, but, yeah, no, they're a little different. Okay. All right, anything else on that? Okay, thank you all so much. All right, let's move to the next one is our, Pendleton Street water tank, kind of an emergency declaration. We're not sure the timetable of the new tank, but as we inspected, looked at this Pendleton Street tank, we're not sure, exactly how to work. When things might deteriorate to the point where we lose that water in that tank. If you lose that water in that tank, basically you're losing pretty much
Whole
everything.
city.
Everything throughout the town. So we do have from the line item that has come to us from the state, we have access to funds to be able to repair that. No cost to us, inspection, no cost to us, but we have to declare it an emergency. And so I sent this to you, so you've read through it, you've seen it. So if we could have a motion to go ahead and declare the emergency, so we can get it to David Lundgren with the Kentucky Infrastructure, and then we can get those funds and get it going in the right direction. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, thank you so much.
And that's just to speed things up, which has been an emergency the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's been an emergency for a long time. It sure has.
How old is that tank?
It is 1966.
No, I thought that was one of the older ones.
It is the
Well,
old.
they was here when I moved here. We moved here in '69.
Built the housing project, that was the reason.
Well, we graduated from high school this year.
Yeah.
All right, next is a food bank donation, which we do annually of $500. Do I have a motion for that? Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. One that did not get on there, but I'm gonna include this, here is a planning and zoning change. Ann, you wanna address that, please?
Yeah, we had a special meeting on Tuesday. Yeah, it's for 300 Oak Ridge Drive,
Right.
and they are changing that. It got annexed in as A1, which is the designation it always gets when it gets annexed in. It never had a zone change. He's wanting to change it to R1. He doesn't plan on doing a short-term rental or anything like that. Originally there was some covenants that showed that he wasn't allowed to do that. He is completely agreeable with it. He just plans on changing it
Is that-
to R1, and then he plans on selling it.
Okay. All right, any questions on that? Okay, motion on that?
I make a
All right,
motion.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Next is the Rumpke contract. We don't have any numbers for you from Rumpke. We're gonna have them next week, we hope. We've been talking with Rumpke back and forth, so I guess the question is to the council is, do we want to put it out to bid? Do we want to just kind of negotiate with Rumpke? Last time we did this 3 years or so ago, we put it out to bid, and the only one that bid was Rumpke. So, council?
When is it up in July?
March 31,
okay.
2026, so you got a couple months.
I suggest we put it out for bid just to keep within what we normally do, standard procedure, let them, whatever, put it in, and then we can maybe
Cause this is the
negotiate with, if they're the
renewal
only
year,
one.
right? Cause usually they would give us the same price renewal the next year for the same price, right? Years ago, they did that,
Contract we signed was for 3 years.
yeah.
Yeah, this just goes through March 31, 2026, and it's.
Mayor, can I say something?
Okay, yeah,
It
hang
will,
on just a
it
second.
will also help identify if there's anybody else out there available or not, and if they're competent or certified or whatever, but it at least do the due process to say we've looked, and try to keep the price down as much as we can, especially if we have to go to negotiations.
And we probably have that from last time, don't we? Okay. All right.
Okay, you all had that on the agenda, that's the reason I come. Last time, you all short sweetened their plate for them. It went from $11 and something to $21, $7 and something a month. I hope to God you all don't think you're gonna do that again. If you keep that up, people are gonna move out of this town.
Well, but you
They
don't
can't-
have a
they
lot of
can't-
choice. If they go up,
Have you all contacted all the carriers around in different
Last, yeah, last time we called half a dozen, you know, that were,
Nobody
that
wanted
in
it.
this area, and we still only had the one bid that came in.
yeah, they're just, they're
Rumpke's
just-
buying everybody up.
Yeah, there's not much.
Well,
They just.
they don't do a very good job.
But-
Them dudes, when they drop something off the truck, they don't get out and pick it up. And,
That's pretty much
And
common
mine.
everywhere.
Yeah, we just had that
no, that
one,
ain't the way you do it. You do a good
Why?
job and clean up the mess you left.
we had the one that was in Urban,
Rumpke just bought
And-
them.
they just bought them up.
And my driveway slopes down a little bit, it's not a lot. But I set that garbage thing up there, and it'll slide back down. And, so I called them a little over a year ago, and I talked to one of the supervisors over there. And he said, Mr. Martin, I'm looking at your driveway right now, and he said, you're telling the truth. I said, I am telling the truth. And he said, I'll tell you what you do. I said, I'm having to get, he turned that loose, that thing, and it runs back and over in the ditch. It maybe got a 6 to 8 inches of water in it. I had to clean the dang thing up. So, he said, I'll tell you what you do. I see that little corner fence. He said, you put that over behind that fence, and he has to get out of the truck and go get it, and, he has to put it back where he finds it. So I'm gonna start doing that if that keeps up. I mean, I hate to be a butthole about it, but that's what it is.
But-
They do a poor job, and they want to break the city, all the people in town.
But from our perspective, when we bid it out, I think it's probably what we'll do. If they're the only ones that bid for us, are you suggesting that we just don't have garbage pickup?
Well, that would probably be a good idea.
I just think, I think we gotta provide a service,
Idea.
so,
You might, you'll buy it cheaper.
then there'd be garbage everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean.
Have you ever
I think we got an obligation to
We
provide
need to,
some
we need to
service.
get Harvey and Morton and, they go back. Years ago, they had an old ton truck with big towel racks on it, and him and Carlos Rogers hauled all the garbage out of here, and I think it was $1.50 or $2 a month.
So did Teddy Layton, get
Yeah.
that.
But
James, I'm sure you've seen
No,
pictures of, in the cities when they go on strike.
Yeah.
Have you seen that garbage?
Well,
Rats
I mean,
everywhere.
I'm serious, you don't give them anything you want. The last time they put it to you, fuel was up. You know what, in 2 months, the fuel dropped to the bottom, and they didn't offer to give you that back, did they?
Well,
I know.
When we bid it this time, they cannot use the fuel bill.
Now, that
yeah,
ain't
they
no-
can, they go by what the.
It has to be
If I was
national.
sitting on this and now they asked for more than $1 more on the month, I'd say, no, we'll do something different.
Okay, all right. All right. Anything else? from
You
the-
all might laugh, but I'm telling you the truth.
I know, but
I mean,
There's a whole bunch of people sitting right around here listening to this right
Yeah.
now, and they won't come down here and face you all, but they're talking behind your back, I will tell you.
Okay, all right.
Surely not.
I've never had that, I've never had that happen to me.
It's not very laughable, I'll tell you.
Well, I've never had anybody talk behind my back. Of course not.
No, you shouldn't.
This probably happens every minute of.
Yeah.
so we're gonna solicit
Yeah, we'll go ahead
bids.
and solicit bids in and, probably try to get it out maybe tomorrow or next Monday. You usually do 2 weeks, right?
What?
Yeah.
And when we bid too, we're not,
Hmm.
you know, if they are the only bid, I mean, can we not suggest them, you know, hey, we've had a lot of complaints, about not picking up if you know, what you leave behind or not
We
putting
don't have
trash
a
cans.
whole lot, do we?
Back.
No,
Mainly when the weather's bad, people
We're
get
not
upset
gonna do
when
it.
people can't,
we don't,
when the trucks
Right.
don't run.
I don't know, how many do we do,
Weather.
you know?
It just depends, like the weather and stuff.
Yeah, so,
I mean,
Well,
there's gotta
it's
be
not
800 or
very
900 out there that, you know, they do.
Oh,
Do you all
Probably more than
not,
that.
Mayor, do you not call in some of them other carriers and talk to them about it and see what they'll do?
yeah, they
James,
don't.
They don't
Yeah,
do it.
James, I just told you the
That's
last
what we're gonna
time,
You
I
put it
talked-
out for bid, you don't sell work.
no,
No.
We
James,
call 'em.
I called Waste Management, I called an Eastern Kentucky one, and I said, would you bid on it? And the only one that bid was Rumpke.
we had two that said they would
So,
bid and they didn't.
so,
Yeah.
but you all don't negotiate with them to still give them $7 more a month, if you give them $1,
James, we
$1.50, not
negotiate to the
reasonable.
best of our ability. We negotiate.
I believe I would, if I was you guys and gals, I'd sure put it to them, I know
Yeah.
how it is, they'll take all you can get.
Well,
They hate,
yeah.
if it's that good a deal, they'll hate to lose you all over
Well,
a few dollars.
The fuel is based on what the government says,
Yeah.
the fuel surcharge. Whatever it is at the end of the month, that's what they charge us. It's based on government surcharge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the federal,
Yeah,
national,
they said it.
whatever.
So,
They said they could raise it $7 over, half of what we was paying on one rate, that's what y'all done. Is that good for you all, or what do you think? I've never heard of
Yeah.
one like that in the state.
I can tell you that when they started, it was about $11.
What
when we
is it
started
now?
to go. I mean, I think we ended up raising it 7 or 8.
15.
You raise it seven, it's on $7, and I forget the change, almost $8 on the month, at one time. Now, if they'd asked for 4 or 5, that'd been different.
Well, they began asking.
I'd sure give them working over if I was.
Yeah,
your
they came
commissioner.
down some.
They come down.
yeah, in 24, it was $14. In 25, it was $14.70. And in 26, it's $15.44.
$16?
$15.44.
Why are we paying, why is it $21 on the dang bill for?
I don't know that.
You don't know?
That's,
Y'all won't be, I'll bring my bill down here and show you what it is.
okay.
Seem like you're lost in,
Yeah, I guess. All right,
what you
anything
pay
else?
at your house,
We move
Huh?
on.
what you pay at your house.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't, I figured that.
I'm just glad they pick it up.
I figured that, you're telling the dang.
Whatever it is, I pay it.
Sure that.
It's just like the water in the sewer, I just pay whatever they have.
It's like that, same thing as like that speed business. You was gonna get them
Thank
and put
you,
them
so-
up, and you
James,
ain't never got them yet.
James, it's done. You're good. Thank you.
Well,
All right, let's move on
You don't
to
wanna
our,
hear the
let's
damn
move on
truth.
to our budget amendment. We'll go ahead and put that out to bid. We do this twice a year.
We need a motion.
Oh,
To put it to bid.
Yeah.
Oh,
motion to
okay,
bid.
sorry.
Oh, motion to bid out the trash pickup.
sorry.
Second.
And, all in favor? All right, any opposed? All right, motion carried. Sorry, I got carried away working for this amendment. Okay, we do this twice a year, and that's amend the budget, because some things do go a little bit more than what we budgeted. So you've seen it, you have a motion to accept it.
I have one
Okay.
suggestion, and I didn't necessarily see it on the budget,
Okay.
but,
On the ordinance, you mean?
budget amendments,
Oh,
or
okay.
since we're talking about budget.
Yeah.
I'd just like to make a suggestion that, like Board of Adjustments and Planning and Zoning, I think they don't have the same salaries. Is that something we could visit, budget-wise to?
You mean in terms of their meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
Hey.
paid so much.
It seems to me like they should be the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
what-
would probably be in
I
our
don't
next
know.
year's budget. wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
we'd have
That'd
to,
be a different.
yeah.
It would be in our next year's budget.
But we
But-
have
but
to
that's
do
a good
some-
point.
But it is needed.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
So you're making.
Yeah, discrepancy
Okay, gotcha.
in that. I think that should be balanced out and even,
But we have
because the
to-
service and what they do for the city is,
Yes,
no,
I
Is
got that.
that pay set in the
Just-
ordinance that created them? Okay, so-
important or whatever.
We have to update the.
Yeah,
need to
it's,
update
it's in an
ordinance.
ordinance, so we'll have to
Okay.
update that.
But
Okay.
yes, that's on the to-do list, and I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm behind you on that, that we leveled out and fair to them.
Okey-doke.
Anything else on the budget amendment? All right, have a motion for that?
I'll make it.
Second,
So,
all in favor? Any opposed?
Mr. Mayor, you voted on the budget amendment, but nobody said, are we within the budget, are we above it? Are we
Well, we'll get to
saving
that
money
when
on top?
the
That's
year-end
the next
report.
That's the next one.
That's-
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I
Review.
apologize.
Yeah, let's,
I apologize.
real quick, I'll review it for you. We should be at 50%, and we are at, total income of 52.3%. That's our income, and our expenses are, I got the market this year.
48.5.
Yeah, 48.5 for our, expenses.
So we're right on budget, and when we're amending it, just to kind of explain, it's category based, so that way we can have accurate tracking, so we don't overspend.
And for the next year's budget.
If we're spending more in one area and not in the other, we're moving funds around. Well, that's what we're doing by amending it. That way, when the record keeping's going, it's accurate and we can maintain on budget.
And this is something that always the CPA has pointed out to us in the audit, so we're having to do that.
Because if we waited till May to amend it, then we don't have an accurate overview halfway through the year of what we need to cut or manage or put back, so.
Oh, goodness. Thank you, I appreciate the
Uh-huh.
information.
Okay, anything else on the budget, anyone? All right, have a motion for that? Second? All in favor? Motion carried. Do we need closed session?
Yes, one matter for closed session.
Okay. All right, have a motion to go into closed session?
For what? Just a broad overview, like the context, because I'm not aware.
Potential.
Legal.
Legal? Okay, gotcha. All right, have a motion to go into closed session?
I'll make a motion.
Second? All in favor? Any opposed?
Yeah, you can stay.
All right. have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. No action taken. Okay. All right, we're down to public comments
I will make the mayor happy. I'll bring his podium.
It's a standardization.
Ruth, I will sleep so good tonight.
Oh, I'm not doing my job right then.
Don't add to it. Please.
All right, I wanted to wait tonight because I did see this, progress being made during 25, and yeah, we have. I would like to hope that 26 we have one large company. I really don't know how many jobs this one large company may provide.
40 to 50.
That would be
eventually,
good,
yeah.
that would be great. My main concern always, I don't like paying taxes any more than anybody else does. But my main thing is that if we're going to pay our taxes, we need to make sure that our taxes are used to the very best. And we need to do everything possible to get larger businesses into the city of Santon. Because right now, in my opinion, and I need to go over and visit with Carmen, I think we are lopsided. I think homeowners are paying a bigger portion of the city taxes than businesses are, because most of our businesses are exactly what these are, mom and pops. So I hope that we will continue to try and get more business, larger companies that are gonna have good paying jobs for all of us. And I hope that would be a good thing for us to do in this brand new year. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth.
Good. Now I
Yeah.
can put this back.
Don't pick up. Your charge is extra.
Tommy, anything?
So Clark, we did get the building moved, I don't know if you've seen
I
it.
saw it.
We couldn't move it where we originally thought because we put a
Yeah.
pickleball field.
We had to cut some trees, looks like. Or
Yeah.
trim some trees, anyway.
But I think it looks a lot better where it's at, right at.
Yes, I will say that.
But James they're working getting everything down.
Yeah, about everything's done, isn't it?
Taking them down slower and putting them in neater, so we don't have so much damage and repair.
And we do have our new,
Yes, we don't have the attachments yet, but they
Right.
went ahead and delivered the Kubota.
when do you think they
He
change?
said mid to late January,
Mid to late June, okay.
hopefully before the snow. So,
We're not gonna have any snow this year.
Thank you.
You are tempting fate.
Yeah. Mark?
I'd like to say thank you to everybody in this group. We've worked really hard in the last year or two, and the list itself speaks for itself, what we've done, which is more than I even knew we'd done, to be honest with you.
Not everything's on there.
But we still have a lot to do. There's a lot of pending things, and I know, knock on wood, Murphy's Law, something's gonna come up and we'll deal with it. But I really enjoyed working with this group this last year. I think we are on the same page, moving the city forward, and I'm looking forward to 2026.
Billy?
I don't have a whole lot. I'll touch, and Tommy may have to explain this more, but there'll be, the issue, I don't know if everybody's briefed on it with the Little League field and the drainage. There'll be a little bit of construction going on. I think Tommy and his bunch have identified some of the issues with the water. So hopefully that'll help our Little League program, going forward, that we're able to fix that, get the drainage fixed to where they're not raining out games as much. So they've at least kind of narrowed down where the problem's coming from, and they're gonna start working on it.
Have you made contact with anyone?
no, I'm thinking that I think that we can cut it and then just have Richard come out and dig it up, which would save us
Yeah.
a lot of money.
That's what we would prefer happen,
Okay.
is try to utilize the city
Because
workers.
we have a concrete saw right out the city too.
Hmm?
So we can get James and them to cut it and
Yeah.
the backhoe will just tear it right up.
Yeah.
We have to watch, but the problem is, it comes, you know where the bleachers are and we have the covers? The water's coming underneath and it's washed all the gravel out from under that concrete and it's a ditch right down the field. Last year, 2 years, we put a drain, thought it was coming from the gutters, so we put in new drains. It didn't help it.
No.
I do know, just from digging everywhere out there, that we find lines coming from that old pool. I think myself, I think it's an old drain line.
Hmm.
And it, you know, we still have water going down in those drains.
Collects water and then
It's got nowhere to go, so it's made
it
its way.
shoots weird.
But the only way we can do it is unfortunately tear up the concrete, find out where that leak is.
What about the water fountain?
We're gonna have to dig it up.
I know a lot of.
The guy that put it
We got
in-
quite a few people that say, hey, look, where's the water fountain?
Yeah, the
I mean, you know
Jane
what I'm
Hayes and
talking
her
about.
husband said they would do anything to help us.
Who that?
Jane Hayes, she's the one that organized getting it put in for Dallas Belfry's fence.
It probably needs to be dug out.
Yeah, but they know where they bought it and they can help us get spare part, and they said they're willing to help us.
Okay.
But,
And then we still need
We
water,
probably just
we
need-
still need water at the dog park, correct?
yeah, and we probably just need to have a meeting with our people and get Greg, the guy that installed it, which is James' husband, he can tell us a lot more
Okay.
what we need to do to fix it, but yeah,
So that's two fairly major, I mean.
three, yeah,
Three.
with the field.
With the fields, yeah. Okay.
But I tell you what's costing us on the fields, if it rains and it washes away, you have to put the dirt back in there. You can't play because the drains
Yeah,
are,
no.
we put all the drains in the field so we could play, but now the drains are showing. So we've got to, we're getting quotes for a tractor trailer load of clay mixture.
So you're gonna try to have that done before the season starts, is that
Well,
correct?
yeah, we need to, if we don't get it in, we can't get it till November because we play from March to,
Oh, March, it starts in March?
November,
Oh, really?
because you
Okay.
play baseball, softball, fall league.
You just have
We
to
never
for a
quit.
month to get it ready.
We got 2 months right now.
2 months, okay.
And it's a big deal when we want to make it.
Yeah.
Little League's a big deal.
Well,
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
I've heard so many comments, the park is just, you know, a great place. And
I think we've come to the point where people want to have tournaments here.
Yeah,
They play here, they can sit down and eat in an air-conditioned building, that's,
Well, my grandkids got to ice skate this year because they were actually still here. And so it was a learning curve, you know,
Yeah.
because, well, they're used to regular ice and it's
Oh,
a different way to
yeah.
hold your skates and stuff, so
Yeah, it
but
is.
they really enjoyed it, you know.
all right, Dixie, anything?
They're on the corner of Lisa Lane, the intersection, Lisa Lane and Airport Road, that,
Mhm.
you know, where we have that sinkhole that comes, it's starting to sink again, so just make sure the boys kind of keep an eye on it.
You mean when we go from
Here's
across the airport?
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's Airport and here's Lisa, and it's right there
Okay.
where, and we've dug it up, how many times have they dug it up?
and
It's-
why, I'm glad you brought that up, because why do we have that back road there behind you and in between that church?
The alley?
The shortcut,
Yeah.
that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Did we
It's
Well,
only a
well,
one-way, it's a one-way,
It's
that's all it is.
one way,
Yeah.
but the thing is, I don't know about, you know.
I mean, to upkeep a road,
That's such a left-hand turn there.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
going
Going on to
when you're going to
Lisa Lane.
railroad,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
A
going on to,
railroad.
going on to railroad.
Yeah,
And it-
that is a tight.
It's a,
Well, yeah. I
And there's a
understand
big, it's kind of
that. But I don't see
falling in there too,
semis
you know.
coming in there, do they?
well, there's some big stuff
Is
that
there?
comes back there. Is there farm equipment and stuff maybe? Now, once
Once you get around that
Once it's-
church, you ain't gonna get a big truck.
Yeah, but once that.
Well, the school buses,
Well, I know we've talked before
Yeah,
about
the
doing.
school buses.
school buses go down through
I don't know if they turn on Lisa Lane
there. Yeah, they turn and they go, yeah.
or if they
Yeah.
turn up the little alley. I'm
Well,
not
see, that's
sure.
all one way there.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can go.
Well, they turn up,
No,
Ironwood,
Lisa
too,
Lane
that's-
isn't. Lisa Lane is one way.
Yeah, going in.
just
Rolling
to,
in.
just to our.
Well, but from my back driveway, it's not. From my back driveway to Airport Road is a two-way. You can still.
Yeah, I
turn-
know, I
Yeah,
know.
but this way is one way.
And that's another thing I don't really understand.
Well, because that is so narrow from my
The whole
driveway.
area is narrow over there.
Yeah,
Very
All of
tight.
it's-
Yeah.
all of it.
I always thought it was a one-way.
Okay.
yeah.
It is,
It's
that's
not,
what I
it
thought
needs-
too.
needs to be.
But it's starting, but anyway, that's starting to get a little sink in it, you
Yeah,
know,
I know what
before
you're
it
talking
caved.
about.
Cause it's caved completely in before. I mean, we've had it,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so
Okay.
just keep
I
an
didn't
eye on
know
it.
if
Yeah.
it's something we could look at, but yeah, I didn't think about big
Well,
trucks.
you know, for years,
I know that he
they
wanted
wanted
it,
it
but
closed, but, you know,
Anything else?
yeah, that's it for me.
There? No? Jason?
I just want to piggyback off Mark. I think it's great, the progress that's been made, a lot more to be made. But I've learned a lot this year. I've sure enjoyed working with everyone and look forward to 2026. That's it.
Dan was hopping this afternoon.
Have a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to
Second.
adjourn.
All in favor?
All right.
Motion. Yeah.